Okay, so this is my biggest dilemma for this season, Chris. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What costume has facial hair?
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, this is a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
No, Chris.
And today we are doing kind of not one, but two movies for this spooky season.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's spooky time.
It's spooky time.
Spooky time. Everywhere. Chris likes spooky time.
I do like spooky time.
Chris is spooky time. Chris is very spooky. That's what he calls sexy time at his house. He's like, hey, baby, it's time for spooky time.
Hey, sweet, let's do this. Spooky time.
The first movie that we watched was Totally Killer, brought to you by the wonderful people over at Prime Video. Now, Prime Video, if you don't know, is Amazon's movie thing, and they will be doing stuff like this for like the next 242 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't they buy like 5 new companies this week?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean...
All right, but sure enough, first of all, starring in Totally Killer, the one, the only, that's right, Miss Sabrina, the teenage witch herself, Kiernan Shipka.
Take Lucifer Morningstar into your hearts, and I promise you mercy. But you must say his prayer. O mighty dark lord, by whom all things are set afire.
Never.
Say the prayer. It's your one chance. Come on, say it with me, or you'll burn in hellfire. Oh, mighty dark lord.
Oh, mighty dark lord.
By whom all things are set afire.
By whom all is set afire.
Thy power be thy path.
Thy power be
thy
thy path.
will be my desire.
Thy will be thy
In
desire.
hell as it is on earth.
In hell as it is on earth.
Praise Satan.
Praise Satan.
Praise Satan.
Praise Satan. you know, did you ever watch that Sabrina Teenage Witch?
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina? Yeah, absolutely did.
And you like Kiernan Shipka, right?
Yeah, she's great. She's great in everything she is in.
Awesome. That I watched all 4 seasons of it. I'm not gonna lie.
For this tattoo, I remember this tattoo right here. That the Black Phillip. She said she went and she drew up that up while watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Nice.
The tattoo artist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Talking about another show that took a dive really quick that nobody remembers. Cloak and Dagger, one of my favorite of the MCU TV shows that they put out that got killed off here. But Olivia Holt, who played Dagger from Olivia Haggard's in this as well.
And we both have to. For some reason, life tossed us together and mixed up our mojo. So if it's on you, it's on me too. I know that. Shit tie sometimes is the only thing that I know. And this swirling ball of scary down here is probably nothing compared to that sting when you and I touched.
Actually, it's exactly that.
Hold my hand. We'll show these assholes a divine pairing.
Yeah, that's from Cloak and Dagger, right?
Cloak and Dagger. Oh, I just, like, when I saw that she was in this, I was like, oh, I know who that is. And I was so happy. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad she got a job again.
Yeah, me too.
Also in this movie, the wonderful, the always funny, one of the greatest comedians across the last 5 years, Randall Park.
You had a girlfriend?
Yeah. Danny and I had been dating a while. We met at the U, in the weight room. She was on the crew team. She was the most driven person I had ever met. She always knew what she wanted to be, a boss.
Same girl.
Right?
Well, how come you never mentioned her before?
Well, you never asked.
I didn't want to get too personal.
That's why we're here, brother. Get personal.
How are things in the bedroom?
That's too far.
Yeah, I felt that.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's Randall Park talking to The Rock, obviously.
From Young Rock.
Yeah, Young
The
Rock.
show, Young Rock.
Have you watched
I think
that?
that got canceled. Another show that got canceled way too quickly.
Okay.
I think it was only out for 2 seasons, and I think they killed it this year.
Okay.
And then the one and the only, he is from the original Scary Movie, Lachlan Monero.
Who did this? Huh? Where are you? This isn't funny, all right? A small dick's like a disability, man. Would you make fun of a guy in a wheelchair, huh? Would you? Come on out here, you sick fuck! I'll kick the shit out of you right now! All right? It's not the size of the hammer, it's the nail you're throwing it at!
That was from Scary Movie. He's in all kinds of stuff. Like he was on all episodes of Riverdale. I remember him.
Oh no, I know exactly everything he was in. But if you're going to grab a clip for Scary Movie season, you got to grab the one from Scary Movie, right?
Yeah, I remember it's just specifically from The Night at the Roxbury. He did a sprinkler move. But,
yeah. And those are the people from Totally Killer. That'll be the first movie that we review tonight. Also, the second movie has been highly recommended to us from people across the world is none other than Pet Semetary.
Oh, not that one. No, that's the one from 1987, I think.
Okay, Pet Semetary.
Not that one either. I think is that the book cover?
That is the book. Okay, Pet Semetary.
No, man. That's sometimes that's, but no, that's not that either.
Look, Pet Semetary.
No, that's the one that I think we talked about on the show, but that's not the one I'm talking about either.
Oh, okay. There it is. Pet Semetary.
I don't think that's what we talked about. I didn't know that one existed. Pet Semetary.
Oh, you didn't know the Edward Furlong? Freaking! This was right after T2.
Oh yeah, I did not see Pet Semetary 2.
See how young Edward Furlong is?
Oh, how pretty.
That's before he screwed up the crow.
Yeah, did he screw? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Pet Semetary Bloodlines brought to you by Paramount Plus, who does not pay us money to say that.
Yeah.
All right. And the good old movie of Paramount blah blah blah. Okay, we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In this great movie, we have the one, the only Jackson White.
The first priority is to keep the client happy. So in my case, Professor. The minute you know you won't meet their expectations, you have to change them. So you have to make them think that the new timeline was their idea. So by the time I handed in that project, my professor thought it was early.
I think I had a similar professor.
Where did you go?
Cambridge. It was great. I love England. Everywhere in Europe, honestly.
Gosh, me too. Definitely.
Have you spent much time abroad?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Europe's amazing.
Europe is amazing.
That's a good show. That's called Tell Me Lies.
Oh yeah.
Tell No Lies. Tell No Lies. I'm sorry. Tell No Lies. That's a great show on Hulu if you haven't watched it. Also, another person from a different show that got completely canceled that never should have. Natalia Allen Liddick from Gifted.
Andy, it's you. It's not too late.
Get out of the way.
Your hair, it's the same as in my dreams. You've been having them too, haven't you? Andy, it means something. Something about us.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. We belong together. We're family.
Get out of the way.
No. I'm here to take you home. Look, Andy, I know you're scared.
I'm not scared! Not anymore. Now move!
I can't do that.
From Gifted, right?
The Gifted, yes. That's a really good. It was an X-Men preview school. It's kind of like the VN with the boys on Prime.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that show.
I've yet to watch that, and I know it's really it's really good.
I've watched one episode. That's all I've gotten to go. And then, of course, also in this movie, the guy who's been in everything weird since the 1980s, starred in Twin Peaks. He is the
Emmanuel in Space, I think.
Richard
Diaries. Richard Diaries.
Richard Diaries. He is the Mulder to our Scully. He is the one, the over David Duchovny.
I have plenty of theories. Maybe what you can explain to me is why it's bureau policy to label these cases as unexplained phenomena and ignore them. Do you believe in the existence of extraterrestrials?
Logically, I would have to say no. Given the distances needed to travel from the far reaches of space, the energy requirements would exceed a spacecraft's capabilities.
Conventional wisdom. You know this Oregon female? She's the 4th person in her graduating class to die under mysterious circumstances. Now, when convention and science offer us no answers, might we not finally turn to the fantastic as a plausibility?
He said in an interview, I just watched this last night. He said in an interview, if he gets called Fox Mulder or Hank Moody the rest of his life and nobody ever remembers his name as David, that's fine with him. There's not two better characters he could be remembered as. And one of the greatest actors ever in the history of mankind.
Still sexy as fuck.
And still sexy as fuck. Yeah, I will give her that.
Yeah.
I will totally give her that. The one, the only, Foxy Brown herself, Miss Pam Grier.
I know. That's the idea. The rest of your boyfriend is still around. And I hope you two live a long time. And then maybe you get to feel what I feel. Death is too easy for you, bitch. I want you to suffer.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
And that's after she hands a woman her boyfriend's dick in a jar. Yeah, because it's Foxy Brown, man. If you don't know Foxy Brown, you're gonna need to go see Foxy Brown. But this is Pet Semetary Bloodlines. That'll be the last movie we talk about tonight. Chris, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us online at moviesdontsuck.net. We're at w2mnet.com. That's w2moviesnet.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of our podcasts because they're great. You'll find us at X at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on Patreon. Patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. You guys can subscribe there. If we get enough subscribers, we'll put out extra content. I don't know where to find that, but we will. Also, you'll find us on Bonfire. Go to Bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck on Some They Do. You'll find us there. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, go and subscribe. Watch us on Facebook, like that page. If you're listening to us in any of the podcast apps, go ahead and subscribe. So every time an episode is uploaded, it'll be straight on your device. You know, what do we do for small businesses?
For small business, we like to advertise you out to our thousands of listeners, millions of followers right here on this platform. And today is no other day like any other day. We are going to talk another Halloween haunt this month, one of my favorites. And I don't know if Chris has made it down to this one, but this one everyone should try out if you're in the Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Texas area. It's within driving range of you, and that is the one, the only, the Castle of Muskogee Halloween Festival. Now, this thing, I am not kidding. The Halloween Festival at the Castle of Muskogee will be open each Friday, Saturday during the October 2023. Gates will be open from 5:30 until 10 p.m. Gate admission is free. Starting each night off with their monster dance that takes place outside of the castle, indoor haunts, fireside storytelling, and the petting zoo will open right after. Outdoor haunts will begin at dark. Now, there's Casa Morta, which is okay. Each one of these is rated on a 5 scare level: 1, fall fun; 2, family friendly; 1, not recommended for children, not recommended for small children; and 5, considered yourself warned. There's which is 5. Petting Zoo, which is just a 1. Ultimate Maze, which is just a 1. But then there's Haunted Hayride, that's a 3. Zombie Hunt, where you get to shoot zombies with ammo to kill the zombies. A Trail of Blood, the journey down the trail that you stroll through woods and you get scared. That's $20, and that is like literally the biggest, scariest haunt that they have. I mean, there's the Enchanted Train, Torture Chamber and Catacombs, Domus Horrificus, which is Nightmare Face of Demons and stuff, and Casmaratos. Seriously, it is one of the best haunts in all of the area, not just the area, of the United States of America, period. Nice. This is one of those that you go to. They got the big castle outside that you walk into, which is awesome. They got the big scare dances that happen all day. The Trail of Blood is supposed to be intense. I mean, it is just, from the pictures I'm showing the people right now, and Chris, it is, you can just see that they put a lot of time and effort into all their creatures, into all their people. I mean, it just looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I know exactly where that's at. That's at the right outside the torture chamber.
Nice.
But like, there are so many. Like, look at this room. Are you ready for this room, Chris? Look at this.
Oh, that's spooky. That's spooky for real.
Yeah, it's a checkered backboard with a checkered person inside that you can't see because it's a strobe light the whole time.
Yeah,
I've seen it before. So if you get a chance, seriously, the Castle of Mustogi, you can, and if not just Halloween, every season they'll have a Christmas one up. They'll have a Renaissance Festival. They do something all year long. Yep, Castle of Mustogi. So it's Castle of Mustogi, Facebook.com / Castle of Mustogi, or you can go to their website, okcastle.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, how you feeling, pal?
Oktoberfest, I got crazy, dude. We got insane. We threw like $40 in pennies down.
What were they, penny beers or?
No. You take pennies and you toss them into people's beers.
Okay.
They'll have a big stein, like my Andre the Giant stein, that they'll be carrying, and you'll be somewhere, and everybody's trying to get pennies in the other person's beers.
That's fun.
Now they can cover it, they can put a lid over it, they can do whatever they want, but your job is to get the pennies in the beer. And this year, I don't know how many pennies we brought out, but there was my in-laws and my wife showed up, and it was like 2 huge sacks. Like I was carrying one, and it was heavier than the laptop I have to carry.
Penny massacre. So yeah, well, I'm glad you're feeling better now. I know that you're wickedly hungover. So
it's just weird, when you wake up in the morning, and one of your good friends message you and go, "Hey, we bought a bar in Salem, Massachusetts."
You have to go to that bar.
Like, I have the money to fly to Salem.
Okay, well, maybe your friend will fly you out there.
They got, one of it's supposed to be supposedly, and I don't know if this is all going to go through or they're just, still hype up from talking about it or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. And I love them all, and I hope it does go through or whatever. But supposedly it's a bar, and then there's 2 apartments above it. And one of the apartments, they're going to make the manager of the bar, and the other one will be an Airbnb.
That's cool. I've been.
So if they make it an Airbnb, I'll go with them and stay in Airbnb. Or
I've been to Salem. I went there. It's like it's the big kitschy town. They have all kinds of witch stuff. But the satanic church is there, Church of Satan, and it's pretty cool. I have pictures of me with the Baphomet.
So like, when were you there? When you were there, did you give when you saw witches, did you give them butter and cream?
I did not, because there were a lot of witches there.
Oh, because I heard if you're gonna give witches, you got to get witches love dresses and butter. I heard that.
There were a lot of people that were dressed like witches, but they were there for the day, so it was like, it's super. Like, there's tourist stuff there. There's really cool stuff there. Like a monster museum, you can go in, and then we went to a Ouija board museum, or what? It's really, they called it a spirit box, a spirit, whatever it is, because Ouija's like, it's trademarked by Parker Brothers, and then they have all cool little shops. So with one girl's shop, we did a kind of seance in the back of her shop. She closed it down, and she claimed that this machine that was talking to me was her grandfather. And and then we went to Satanic Church.
Insane.
Yeah, it was cool.
So did you see any pools while you're there?
No.
Did anybody have a pool?
Somebody
hang? Was it like summertime? Were you hanging out summertime pool?
I don't remember what time it was. It wasn't that hot, though.
So nobody was lounging around living deliciously?
No one was lounging around living deliciously.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No one knows.
But Salem's cool, and if you get a chance, I definitely recommend it. I mean, we went for a date trip, so. But
you know what I like?
What's that?
The 80s.
Yeah. What's up with Totally Killer? Directed by Nanachka Khan. She directed such things as Always Be My Baby. She directed that. Well, you guys remember, the only thing we talked about in that show, but it's a really fun movie. And a few episodes of American Dad. This is written by David Madelon. He wrote The Clearing. Also written by Sasha Pearl Raver, who wrote Let's Get Married, and Jen DeAngelo, who wrote Hocus Pocus 2 and Workaholics and stuff like that. And this stars the amazing Kiernan Shipka as Jamie Hughes / Colette.
Take Lucifer Morningstar into your hearts, and I promise you mercy.
Also, Olivia Holt as Pam Miller.
We both have to.
And this also stars Randall Park as... Sorry, it's way down here because he's... Randall Park's in this.
You had a girlfriend?
And Lachlan Monroe as adult Blake Hughes.
Who did this?
Also stars Charlie Gillespie as teen Blake Hughes. This is Troy Ann Johnson as teen Lauren Creston. Leanna Labrada as Tiffany Clark. Kelsey Mamiwa as Amelia Creston. Steffi Chinsalvo as Marissa Song. Anna Diaz, Fernanda Hernandez. Well, there's so many people in this, and they're all great. I always mentioned Julie Bowen as Pam Hughes, which she's the mom in Modern Family. What's your storyline for this one?
Can't believe you only played the first sentence, man. I really gave you the 2 sentences from Lachlan so you could do
this? Huh? Where are you? This isn't funny, all right? A small dick's like a disability, man.
That one, okay.
I gave it as quickly as possible. All right, anyway. All right, so what movie am I reading about? Pet Semetary?
The Totally Killer.
No, I'm just kidding. Totally Killer. When the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years after his first murder spree to claim another victim, 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can even start.
So this is a very fun movie.
Oh, what? Oh, what? I'm sorry. All right, so people at home who are just now joining in, let me tell you how many times I threw this movie at Chris, and he was like, "No, let's do this one. No, let's do this one. No, for the last 3 weeks I've thrown this movie to him, and he was like, "No, let's do this one. No," I was like, "No, you're really gonna like this one, bro. You're really gonna like it." And even my buddy Logan, who is not on the podcast with us today, he does listen. So, hey, hi to Logan.
What's up, Logan?
He wanted to be part of this conversation so he could rip you another one about how many times, because he's the one that suggested this movie to me. Do you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. But real quick, did you see what someone said? I'm just in trained moose and in my free time to sniff pigeon beaks.
Yeah. I saw that earlier and I went right past it.
Okay.
Anyway, obviously that was a bot or someone making fun. They're not back up. They're not on here.
Okay.
But anyway, so this movie and my buddy Logan, I'm going to give him props for saying
Logan.
this.
Thanks, Logan.
No, well, not. I'm going to give him props for saying this though.
Okay.
This is Hot Tub Time Machine meets Scream.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
It's the best way. Like, he said that to me, and I was like, what? And I even texted it back to him when I rewatched it the other day. I was like, this is just like, he goes, yeah, that's what I said. And I was like,
it's a really fun movie. So, guys, if Neil did the synopsis, but like, it's time travel, but it's the what movies been doing now is that everyone time travel after Back to the Future. If it deviated any bit, they had to fix it for us in the movie because everyone's thinking about the future now. It changes things, but no, this one explains it differently. But it's a very fucking fun movie. I really enjoyed this. I laughed a lot. I loved Kiernan's character. And of course, like someone from 2023 going back to 1987, there was always maybe sort of like, ooh, unwanted touch. Sort of like all these things that didn't have in 1987, but.
Like one of the funniest parts was when they were walking past a symbol of the high school, a mascot of the high school, and the high school mascot looked exactly like the Cleveland Indians' old mascot. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, there's the racism." And by any means, in my quote section, I have a bunch of those quotes. I'll try to cut some out now that I realize that some of them are, spoilers.
Yeah. But I will say this: when it's gory, it's got gore in it. If you want gore, but it's also very funny. It's not the least bit scary, I would say. But but it's fun.
It's scary, like Scream scary, where there's jump scares, where there's some jump scares and there's some gore.
Yeah.
But it's very Scream like in the fact that it's not like, oh my God, you know, like you're not like scared of it. You're like you're trying to figure out the whole time who's the fucking killer.
Yeah. Also,
just like in Scream.
And I also really like how well the story was put together in this one. You see a lot of films. We'll talk about story later on, but we'll talk about how this movie it just comes together and it goes down so smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it makes you think or laugh.
Yeah.
Like, because either you're thinking about who the killer is, because they've made it part of the, you know, what they're talking about in the conversation, or the one-liners are so zingy that it just like some of them just knock you in the face, like, oh my God, as 100. It's kind of like Barbie in the sense where like it's got lines in it that things that you didn't
I'm with
think
you.
of before.
That's a great way to look at it, because also Kiernan Shipka is so fucking funny. She's hilarious in this.
It's like, don't touch me. Get away from me.
Don't want to touch.
Me.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
want to touch.
Bad touch.
Yeah, and I loved all the actors in this movie, but really Kiernan Shipka, she was a perfect lead for this, and I couldn't imagine anyone else in this role. It's a very fun movie. Very fun movie.
Well, the thing is, at first when I saw this, I didn't know it was her. I thought it was. Wait, one second. I just want to. I want to make sure I say the right actress's names. And not, you know, I did not think it was the girl from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I thought it was the girl from Ghostbusters Afterlife, McKinney Grace.
Oh yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, but
yeah, I thought it was her, and they kind of look like. But the thing is that's not a bad thing, because let's be honest, how many actresses have come up at the same time, like Jessica Chastain and and Howard,
Dallas Bryce Howard. Like,
Howard.
You get those new stuff too.
Like, you get no, but there's so many actresses like that come up at the same time.
Yeah, that
it's kind of like.
But Kiernan Shipka was great. Olivia Holt was great. Julie Bell was great. Randall Park, even his little part, was great. Her
sarcasm was the selling point. I think her sarcasm,
her deadpan delivery, like just everything about this movie was just a fun watch. You know what I mean? My wife came in, like, she was hanging out for a second, and she sat down and watched 30 minutes. She's like, it's a fun movie. You know, like, it's one of those movies that you're not getting too challenged watching, but you really enjoyed yourself while watching this.
I've watched this movie 3 times already. Oh, wow. All right. I've already watched this movie 3 times.
You guys don't know Neil's
one of them was the night after SmackDown.
Okay.
When I went front row was the first time I watched this.
Were you still drunk?
Logan, like, we went back and rewatched the SmackDown that we were just at, because we couldn't hear half of this stuff because of everything. And he puts this movie on. He's like, dude, you have to watch this. This is going to be one of your favorite movies of the year. And to be honest, it is. Yeah. It literally is one of my favorite movies of this year.
This should show
Totally Killer.
This should show up several times. And I also want to mention, they didn't really mention this in the very much in the show, but this is Blumhouse Television production. So, like, Blumhouse had a lot to do with this one.
Yes. And I can't, to be honest, this is going to be hard not to be on my top 10 at the end of the year.
Oh, man, you love this movie.
This is one of those movies I feel like I could watch 15 times in a row and not even get tired of.
I really hope
I'm still going to find another joke. I'm still going to find another, something I missed, something that I saw and didn't see in the background,
I hope this sticks around as like a totally, like, every year someone watches Totally Killer. You know what I mean? Like that's what I hope it does. It's, a classic Halloween movie, right? Or just any year time movie. It's not necessarily Halloween because it didn't take place around Halloween, so you can do that. But this is
it takes place at
around Halloween.
Yeah, around Halloween. It's Halloween.
Yeah. But yeah, Totally Killer is on Amazon. It's on Prime Video, and it's been a while since they put out something this good, and it's really good.
I mean, no, we had some good movies from them earlier this year.
I guess you're right.
I'd have to go through the list, but I know we did. We at least had 1 or 2.
Okay.
That were good from this year. I mean, they put out one every week almost. So, I mean, that's saying something. I mean, out of 52 movies, you don't have at least one good movie.
Well, we talked about 2 movies an episode, so that's 104 movies. So,
true. Yeah. True that.
But Totally Killer, guys. If you guys think that you've watched the best movie from Halloween this year, you're wrong. Because Totally Killer is one of the best ones.
Man, I don't know. There are still a couple out there that we've watched that are really good. So I mean,
oh, you're talking about like Exorcist the Believer? Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, no, I was joking.
It's only VHS 85.
Oh, dude, that was so good too. This is better.
Yeah, this one's better. All right, let's get some quotes, and then we'll give our final say on this one.
Okay.
Do you want to hear a story? I must warn you, it's a disturbing one. I know about you, but when I think serial killer, I think at least 6 people. He is giving the middle finger, yeah, to single-use plastic.
That's good shit.
You gave me a protective crystal you got from a psychic, Mom. My friend was just murdered. She was stabbed 16 times. Get it? The sweet 16.
Yeah,
okay.
I get it. I get it too.
Remember, kids. Avoid the knife, save your life. Why are they having a science fair in the most haunted place possible? If we could stop the killer from killing in the first place, then everything would be okay. Yeah, I know. The 80s are almost over, and I haven't even tried Coke yet. Up, and there was the racism. Thought it was coming. Are you smoking crack? Sorry, I'm not going to shake your hand because I'm not 45 or a man. Maybe you should fuck off and die. Can you please just watch Back to the Future already? What, you know about quantum mechanics? Yeah, I saw Endgame. I just didn't understand it. You all think y'all need to take your asses and go down to Dungeons and Dragons down the street and have fun there. That's funny because that's
something we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, yeah, okay. I'd be like, yeah, let's do that.
No, I don't do blowjobs. You pee out of that thing.
I know. That oh my god, dude. And apparently that was the thing in the 80s. The blowjobs were just like, you pee out of that? No fucking way.
I'm a better driver when I'm drunk. Chris is definitely.
No, dude, I hate that.
For my birthday, you have to flash. It's my birthday. So for my birthday, you have to flash any truckers that honk. That used to be a thing.
I know, crazy.
You're too horny. Too soon. Wow. Men showing emotion. Fascinating. We'll be right back. I'm all alone in the kitchen and I'm ready to blow you. He's fucking Michael Myers, man. And that's it. That's all I got. That's all.
My score on this is a 4.2. It's a very fun movie. It's
Chris.
Neil's gonna go higher.
Dude,
I know.
Chris.
Dude, I watched this. I watched this movie. I knew Neil was gonna be like, Neil loved this thing.
Chris.
Hold on.
This is a 4.8 all day.
Oh, that's 4.8 for you? Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Dude, this movie is why I'm a movie watcher.
Okay.
It's got fun. It's got gore. It's got happiness. It's got time travel silliness. It takes me to a fantasy world that can never fucking happen. And guess what? I don't care. And I love every moment of it. I could watch this as a 20-hour fucking show.
You know,
I could watch this as like something that I could watch weekly.
Just seeing this work, you know what I mean? I go up to 4.4 just for you. Because I'm going to 4.4.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, this might even be in my top 5 for the year, dude. This might piss some people off. I might put this so high up my list this year that people are going to be like, "What the fuck?" And be like, "How many times did you rewatch a movie this year?" This is how many times I've rewatched Totally Killer.
Totally Killer, guys. It's on Netflix right now. Not Netflix, on Amazon Prime. And I don't know why you're listening to, so you don't have it because it's so easy. But I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Totally Killer?
The audience?
Yeah.
89.
77%.
You guys,
there's an audience
betrayed
says,
me, you dicks.
It goes,
you dicks betrayed me.
It goes, I think the Toy Killer has fun with his premise, and Kiernan Shipka is great in the lead. So even if this isn't the best movie of its kind, it's still well worth the watch. What is the critic score for Toy Killer?
81.
87%. Certified fresh.
Damn! I string it.
Yeah, that's what Chris consensus is. Toy Killer may not take full advantage of its promising conceit, but this time trying a horror sci-fi mashup is still enjoyable overall. I'll give you a bad review and a good review. Does that work for you?
You are a good review and a bad review.
I can't even find bad reviews in this thing, but I will find one. From Eric Childress of Movie Madness podcast, he says, there are plenty of clever ideas afoot in this hybrid Back to the Future and Scream, which you just said, with Kiernan Shipka and an appealing, funny performance. But it just can't maintain all of them by finding climax, making this a bit near miss. Whatever. And here we go. We got a good review from let's do Richard Ripper again. So no, fuck it. We'll do Fat Guys in the Movie. No. What do I want to do?
Just grab one, you son of a bitch.
Steven Silver's Splice today says, is delightfully in tune with the tropes of the slasher genre, as well as those of 1980s movies. So, yeah, guys, Toy Killer is a great movie to watch in Halloween. At any age, really. You don't have to be, old guys like us. You can be a young person like this.
What?
Come on. You can be younger than us or older than us and still find a lot to like about Toy Killer. And it's on Amazon Prime. You have no excuse not to spend your time watching this because it's that good.
Right. Seriously, go watch it tomorrow.
All right, man. I know it's been a little bit. It's been a little early this time, but do you have news for us?
Oh, dude, you know I got news. I didn't even sweat it this time. It took me like 5 seconds to do it. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I'm going to read stuff to Chris, and he's going to like it because he has no choice because I know where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start it sad. Okay. Let's start it dead. Okay. All right. Burt Young. If you don't know who Burt Young, you will know if you've seen a picture of him. His name, he was in one of the biggest or longest, I should say, series of movies of all times that is not a horror movie. Burt Young played Paulino in what is known as Rocky. He has passed away this week at the age of 83. He was also in Chinatown, Once Upon a Time in America, but he is mostly known for playing Paulie in the Rocky series.
He was
who was Adrian's brother.
Yeah.
What?
He was great in Balboa. He was just great, like in those movies. He was just perfect.
Oh, he was good in everything. He knew how to play his parts. Sylvester Stallone and Carl Weathers have both paid tribute to Young, describing him as an incredible man and part of the Rocky family.
I want to hang out with Carl Weathers. I think I just want to hang out with Carl Weathers for a little bit.
I just want to drink a Colt 45 with him. Oh, that's Billy D.
That's Billy D.
That's Billy D. Billy D. Billy D. Billy D. Billy B. Lucas Film and Marvel Studios were forced to announce Star Wars and MCU projects ready before they were even ready. The urge to unveil new stories has caused premature announcement of upcoming projects for both Star Wars and MCU, leading to cancellation and delays. While most of the announced Star Wars projects have been released, some have fallen by the wayside, including Rangers of the New Republic and the Rogue Squadron movie. Marvel Studios announcements during the same Investor Day event has mostly come to pass thanks to the intervening fabric of the MCU narrative. They were told by a guy, not going to point a finger at who that guy is at Disney, but there's a guy at Disney that made them post those out too early.
Well,
not going to say who that guy's name is. It is rumored that several surprise appearances are happening in the new Deadpool 3 movie, including Elektra, Sabretooth, Daredevil, Storm, and possibly Taylor Swift as a character. Nobody can say anything at this time, but
is it done yet? Has it been filmed?
I mean, actor strike.
I know, but like I don't know if they filmed it. They're just working in production. But goddamn, Deadpool 3 is insane.
Here we go. Fact here that this was my next one.
Okay.
Deadpool 3 reportedly delayed due to actor strike.
Of course
Marvel
it is.
Studios may not be able to meet Deadpool's 3 release date, even if the actor strikes ends in the next coming weeks. It's uncertain if Deadpool 3 will meet the original release date, according to director Sean Levy, which is May 3rd of next year. So
we'll see.
We don't know.
I mean, everything's on hold right now. I know that Beetlejuice 2 is 99% complete. I know that. But they still need the other actor stuff. So.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you like to cry over animated bears?
I mean, who fucking doesn't, right?
All right. Paddington 3 gets its official title and release date. Paddington in Peru is the name of the new Paddington. It will be released in, where is it? Says in theaters early 2025. Of course, the returns of Emily Mortimer, Carla Totis, and Olivia Colman have already been joined to the cast. So,
Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal, I thought I'd go see that together.
I don't. We need to go see it. Yeah. We got to see it.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Guess what they did?
What they do?
Not make much money.
Oh, yeah, thanks to Taylor Swift.
The biggest box office this weekend was Taylor Swift, with 44 million added to her already 122. So now she is at over $160 million at the box office.
I'm not surprised, dude. Imagine trying to drag someone to Killers of the Flower Moon when they're 16 years old. Or 18 years old.
The funniest thing right now is literally there's a pro wrestler named Grayson Waller who is going after the Swifties. And like he just did a video today where he's like, well, if you don't like me, I guess you're just gonna hate. And I'm just gonna shake it off. Shake it off. It's like he's using their words against it's funny. I love that. And of course, he's a heel in wrestling, so of course using the biggest nation to make him more of a heel. Of course that works. It reminds me of another heel wrestler at one point in the wrestling world that got chairs thrown at him and almost stabbed every day he wrestled.
Just so you guys know, Neil loves Rowdy Piper more than anything.
I love the hot rod. I'm going to tell you right now, brother, if I and you are ever in the same room, you never know.
Good job. All right.
I love my Rowdy Piper. Anyway, Jean-Claude Van Damme says that him and Steven Seagal were offered $20 million each to fight each other in a Las Vegas fight. And
I would have fucking watched that.
Steven Seagal said no.
I would have watched that shit immediately. Right?
Yes.
Seagal and Jean-Claude?
Van Damme, huh?
I think Van Damme would have.
This was back in the heyday too, like when they were Steven Seagal and
who would have won?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Who would have won?
Like,
you think?
huh?
Who do you think would have won?
I
think it's Jean-Claude.
I think Steven Seagal thinks he would have won.
But Jean-Claude would have won for real, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Jean-Claude Van Damme was never trained as a fighter either. So I don't know.
But
it'd be like who lands the lucky punch.
Okay, all right, fine. But Chuck Norris would beat them both, right?
Right.
Okay, all right.
Chuck Norris was actually trained as a fighter,
okay,
and he became an actor.
Well, they say that Jean-Claude Van Damme was
Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was accidentally shown to a bunch of fourth graders last week. Did you hear about that story?
Yeah, I did. We still haven't seen it yet. We have to, though.
It's on all the platforms.
You want to watch it? You want to watch? Let's do the Slaughter House and Blood and Honey this week.
You want to do this two stupidest fucking horror movies?
Of course, dude. Of course.
Last week.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get back to you in a couple hours after this. Let me go look at what else there might be out there.
All right.
Just in case we miss a really good horror movie. Okay. But I will be more than happy to go
guys, sneak peek, we're doing Slaughter House is one of the movies this coming week.
Winnie the Pooh and the Blood and Honey is a dark, violent adaptation of the children's classic, of course. Despite being criticized by critics, the low-budget film began a financial success and has already secured a sequel. So the director, Rice Waterfield
Mhm.
wants to tell you how he feels about fourth graders accidentally seeing his movie. It's mad, isn't it? I think it's crazy because when you watch the film, there's no way you can mistake it for the children's film. Literally, within the first 10-minute, crazy stuff happens. And the characters look scary as fuck. So I don't know how, because they said they went 20 to 30 minutes in. I don't know how it went that long. I don't know if the teacher put it on and just walked out of the room and left the kids, tricked them or something. Hopefully we haven't ruined these kids for their childhood.
Man, I just the fact that it exists kind of makes me happy, you know. Like, but also it has the name Blood and Honey, which is my favorite type of revolver beer. You had revolver beer when you were in Texas, right?
Yes, I from the place,
Yeah,
from the place
yeah, Blood and Honey
that had
right?
the beer.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you know, like from the beer, from the place, from the actual.
Neil's go ahead and he's stalling.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Right. Wait on me, pal.
Why do you always gotta yell at me, bro?
I love you. I don't yell that often. I do though. I've yelled at you before.
So, Lindsay Anderson Beer, who wrote the next movie that we're about to watch, has just been signed on to the reboot of Sleepy Hollow.
Does it get better than the Tim Burton remake of it? Does it though?
Well, despite her admiration for Burton's film, Beer deliberately distanced herself by not rewatching it, instead focusing on her real lore and visual research.
Interesting.
So her words were this: whenever I'm adapting something, if it's something adapted before on film, I don't rewatch the movies. You just can't. I didn't while making Pet Semetary. I just kept rereading the books. And it's the same thing for Sleepy Hollow. I loved Tim Burton film so much as a kid that I rewatched it and rewatched it and rewatched it. And it's a pillar of story, if you know. The romance, the spookiness, the airiness, the lives in my heart. I don't need to rewatch the film to know it. Certainly, I've been diving into the real lore from Hudson Valley, the origins of the Headless Horseman, and just doing a lot of research.
So I guess we'll see that. Right? Hopefully,
I mean, I'm going to give her a shot every time, and I'll tell you why here in a moment when we review.
Okay.
Rebel Moon prequel comic is essential reading, Zack Snyder says. So Zack Snyder's new franchise for Netflix, Rebel Moon, is taking a world building another level, similar to how George Lucas built the Star Wars universe. The first film in the saga, Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, is set to be released December 22nd. And second film following in doesn't the number's wrong on that. Anyway, fans can also learn, they wrote the date wrong. I don't know what the hell they did there. Fans can also learn more about the world through a prequel comic book series. The cast of Rebel Moon support the comic book as well. So it's like, man, you can't tell people this though. You can't tell people you have to read shit.
I know. It's like here's homework. You know, like
here's homework. You have to do homework before you come see this movie. And it's just gonna piss people off.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember the classic movie Electric Dreams?
No, I don't. But
it's known for its iconic soundtrack, and from 1984. You don't remember that?
No, but you must though. You're older than me.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're
older than me, so you would know.
Well, I mean, yeah, and you're younger than everybody.
Yeah.
But it had Electric Dreams, The Dream by the Culture Club, Now You're Mine, Let It Run by Jeff Lynne, The Duel, Video,
Are they remaking
Kill the
it?
Radio Star. Yeah. Like Virginia Madison was in it, Lenny Von Danielle. Like, I can't believe you never saw. It was an artificial PC, and his human owner find themselves in a romantic rivalry over a woman.
That sounds like she or her. I mean her, but
the guy who plays the nerd from Revenge of the Nerds, like the lead nerd,
nice,
is in it. It's like a good movie, dude. I can't believe you never saw it. But anyway, they're rebooting it.
Okay.
Which is great because you've never seen it, so that's awesome. We're rebooting movies that are not everybody's off the top of their head fucking known movies.
Oh, that's what you've been saying. To make lesser known movies, remake.
Yes, make less known shit more known.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, Zootopia 2, they're writing it. They said it's going to be as good as the first one.
Well, the first one's
Winnie
great.
the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Director hints now that it is going to be much larger and there'll be over 30 gruesome dead scenes.
I hope Eeyore's in it. I really do hope he comes in and kills someone. He kills himself again.
A movie that has now reached a big, if cynical, almost $300 million worldwide. The Nun 2 will be dropping on Max on Halloween.
That's perfect. It's just not the best in the Nun movies, but okay.
Yeah, but, that's not our, we're just two guys that watch movies.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. We got a lot more. Mamma Mia 3 is on its way. And Chris can't wait because we're going to watch it. Mamma Mia.
I don't care,
here we
man.
go again.
God
Oh, my.
damn,
Which
why?
means you have to watch all of them. Reveals that the third Mamma Mia is likely happening. Universal Studios on board. Storylines in place. They're currently focused on her television series, Mamma Mia, I Have a Dream. And then to the third movie.
Okay.
They're building a universe.
Great.
Star James McAvoy, is directorial debut will be The Deception's Rise of Scotland's California Rap Pretenders. Now, if you don't know about this, there's a rap group called Slipland and Brains, which is a rap duo, but they were fake. They weren't real. They were like Milli Vanilli.
Oh, yeah? These are Scottish, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look him up. So he's going to be telling that story in his directorial debut. I can't wait. For that.
Dude, James McAvoy's I know he's great, so I can't wait to see this.
Constantine 2 is facing dangers with James Gunn's Elseworld standards. Constantine 2, of course, is generating high anticipation due to the fact that it's Keanu Reeves. DC Elseworld strategy sets a high bar for a project like Constantine 2, demanding excellent and exceptional storyteller. If Constantine 2 does not meet the standards of DC's Elseworld label, it has the potential to be a cinematic masterpiece and renovating offering from the studio.
I mean, we love the first Constantine. I think it's still a great movie, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, I love all versions of Constantine. It's kind of like Batman to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of like anything comic book to me.
Uh-huh.
It's like one of those things that there's different versions of it and it's perfectly okay. And let's be honest, Keanu Reeves in the first movie fucking kicked its ass.
Yeah.
He is the most like the character, but not like the character.
Okay, so the one on television, that was more like the like comic book character, right? Like look wise, right? Like he was blonde and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but also he was smoked, he cusses, he slept with anything that had a hole.
Okay.
Like that was,
Okay, gotcha.
He's more of a sleaze bag that just knows how to kill demons. And that's what I like. That like each version is different, and I like each version.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna bitch about one the other. Okay, where are we at? Gwyneth Paltrow says that she is leaving Hollywood and you will never see her again.
She's done. She's still doing Goop stuff, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Don't like her anymore.
Don't really care. I mean, I'm sure you like Piper though.
Marvel's Werewolf by Night director Michael Giacchino is already coming up ideas with a sequel if they allow him to do it. Werewolf by Night is a standout amongst the Marvel projects because it's a horror movie. And he just wants it to work out perfectly. So, hey, hopefully he gets a sequel.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I know we got two Superman movies coming out for the end of the year, and we'll be seeing both of them. But
one of the greatest video game franchises of all time is still being adapted. Now, says everybody. BioShock live action adaptation gets exciting updates from film writer Michael Green shares updates on the progress of the highly anticipated BioShock movie adaptation. Netflix is enthusiastic for it. The movie's development was temporarily hindered because of the Writers Guild of America strike, but has since resumed with Michael Green collaborating with director Francis Lawrence's team to refine the screenplay.
I'm surprised they hadn't made. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm surprised they hadn't remade Pitfall or something like that.
Cloverfield 4 is a direct sequel to first movie.
Okay.
10 Cloverfield Lane director wants to make follow-up movie to the original Cloverfield.
Well, I gotta say the 10 Cloverfield Lane is a fantastic movie.
Yep.
So bring it on.
Director Dan Trachtenberg and Mary Elizabeth Weinstein have discussed ideas for a direct sequel to 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the fourth installment in the Cloverfield franchise will be a direct sequel to the original Cloverfield film featuring the mysterious monster.
I like the monster. So
I like Cloverfield 10 too.
I don't like the Cloverfield Paradox. That was kind of lame, but you know.
That was the other two are weird.
Yeah. What else you got for me?
This one doesn't matter. It's just a guy saying, I don't know. And that's another one saying, just somebody saying, I don't know.
Bunch of stuff like that.
That's another one saying, somebody saying, I don't know. And this one says, that's another one saying, I don't know. And that's another one of saying someone, I don't know. I'm trying to just go through these so we can be done with this. I realize I'm running over time at this point. Step Brothers, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly reunited with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
This past weekend to Prestige Worldwide.
Yeah.
Singing Boats and Hoes with Snoop Dogg at a benefit concert in LA this past weekend. It was Snoop Dogg's 52nd birthday, and they came up and surprised him with a fucking redoing of Boats and Hoes.
That's amazing. I love that.
I do too. That was great. Saw X's Jigsaw says game over to Twitter as he will not support the platform anymore. Tobin Bell and many other actors are leaving Twitter because of everything Elon Musk is putting out there.
I'm with him, but yeah, I get it.
All right, let's see. All right, I think I got the last few stories. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Story number one: the Blackberry starring Glenn Howerton to air as a 3-part limited series on AMC. Matt Johnson's biographic film about the BlackBerry phone.
Okay.
Will be on AMC. It's a 3-part series now.
Okay, well, it used to be a movie, but now it's a series. That's fine.
Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth.
Mia Goth. Love her.
What do those three have in common?
They're all hot as fuck.
I told you this last week.
I forgot about it, dude. I forget stuff all the time. You know me.
Yeah. Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're in Frankenstein. Yeah.
Their roles have been released.
Okay, I'm ready here.
Isaac will play the role of the monster.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield will be the doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein.
And Mia Goth will be the bride.
Nice. I'm all about it, dude. We're springing in, like, yeah.
We're done. We're done. All right, and last but not least, a movie just like The Expendables.
Are you? By the way, you're squeaking the desk again somehow.
Your mom's streaking again. All right. Let's talk about your mom streaking. Are we talking about your mom streaking?
Okay.
All right. A movie just like The Expendables. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Featuring Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, Isa Gonzalez. All right.
All right.
Directed by Guy Ritchie.
I'm all about it, dude. Personally, I want to see
now, when I read this article earlier today, I was like, Expendables like with Guy Ritchie directing, but isn't Expendables just kind of like a Guy Ritchie film where there's a bunch of like solid characters?
Kind of, yeah.
That kind of like I was trying to think about this for a second today, and I was just like, I don't think Expendable like and Guy Ritchie stealing from that. I think they stole from Guy Ritchie because if you remember like Snatch, every character you knew. Trainspotting, every character you knew. The Gentleman, every character had their own story.
So
and
the
then
Expendables stole from Guy Ritchie?
Yeah, by any means.
Okay.
Who cares? But anyway, that's the news, Chris. Let's get to the final movie. That was The Movies Don't Suck and some of the news. I read stuff to Chris. He was happy about it because it means he didn't have to read about his failed relationships.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? I don't think those are documented on paper. Let's talk about Pet Semetary Bloodlines, directed by Lindsay Anderson Beer. She directed things such as we see The Magic Order, which is came out a little bit, and she's supposed to be doing Bambi and shit like that. But she put Semetary Bloodlines. This is also written by Jeff Bueller. I can't say his name right because I don't know. He wrote it. He also wrote such things as The Prodigy, Night Flyers, ABC's Death 2, Tales from Beyond the Pale, Jacob's Ladder from 2019, and Studio 666. We talked about that movie. And The Grudge from 2020. This is based on a Stephen King book. He didn't write this. This is like the universe. But this stars Jackson White as Judson Crandall.
The first priority is to keep the client happy.
And Natalie Ann Lind as Norma.
Andy, it's you.
Also, Forrest Goodluck as Manny Rivers, Isabella Blanc as Donna Rivers, Henry Thomas as Dan Crandall, Jack Mulher as Tony Bidman, and David Duchovny as Bill Baderman.
I have plenty of theories.
Also, Samantha Mathis as Kathy Crandall, Pam Grier as Marjorie Washington.
I know. That's the idea.
And Kristen Jada as Sheriff Anderson. Watch over the storyline for Pet Semetary Bloodlines.
Here we go. Let's see if I can do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
In 1969, a young Judd Crandall has dreams of leaving his hometown of Ludlow, Maine, behind, but soon discovers the sinister secrets buried within and is forced to confront a dark family history that will forever keep him connected to Ludlow. Banding together, Judd and his childhood friends must fight an ancient evil that has gripped Ludlow since its founding, and once unearthed has the power to destroy everything in its past, based on the never-before-told chapter from Pet Semetary. Stephen King's chilling novel, Pet Semetary Bloodlines, is a spine-tingling prequel exploring the origins of how death became different in a small town of Ludlow, and why sometimes dead is better.
Just so you guys know, we had Batman here. Explain.
That was not Batman. I was just trying to do a dark, creepy voice. I can't help it that Christian Bale ruined dark and creepy voices for all human beings.
All right, so this was on this came out a few weeks ago on Paramount Plus, and we gave in to see this. Neil, what do you think about Pet Semetary Bloodlines?
Now, the story was there. The actors were there. I don't know what fell apart.
Yeah, it fell apart, though. Fell apart hard.
But some fell, like, all right. I don't know what, okay, because this is what I've watched it twice, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I mean, I watched it the first time, and then I watched it again right after, being like, did I not like that? Was I not paying attention to it?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? Now, this movie's only 89 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, an hour and 27
And
minutes.
it feels too long.
Minutes, it feels like a really long episode of something.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's not very good. Right? It's not very good at all.
And the spots that saved this movie was because we had good actors that popped in and saved that part.
Like David Duchovny.
David's a great example. He pops in as a creepy dude. Not gonna say exactly what the character was or exactly what he did, but he popped in as a crazy dude, and you're just like, oh, dude's crazy. And also, I get that.
And fucking Pam Grier, she was great in it too.
Yeah. I don't know where this didn't go right, because it was a good concept and it's a very simple story. We all know the story.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever watched Pet Semetary and the original with Herman Munster, and he tells you, oh, and old Timmy One day we threw him in that, and he didn't come back like himself. You know, sometimes dead is better.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah, it's strange that this got made because no one asked for a prequel to Pet Sematary. I don't think anyone
but
did.
what they wanted to do was they wanted to try to open up a universe.
Yeah, because we had that original one, that remake. What, 4 years ago, 5 years, maybe?
Yeah, and they want to do like the story of like how the land got haunted. They want to do like the old story and stuff like that. And I get that, and I get you wanting to deep dive in some of these, but I'm gonna tell you the best thing about Stephen King that you guys fucking don't understand for some goddamn reason in any fucking movie you ever make of Stephen King. Fucking ever. I don't know why you guys don't get this, but the mystery of some of it is the reason why it's so fucking good.
Yeah, and the thing is about this is based on a Stephen King idea. This has nothing to do with his writing at all.
No, this was a chapter in the book.
Oh, was? Okay, I didn't see that chapter.
Yeah, this was a chapter. No. I read Pet Sematary when I was a wee little lad. I remember this was a chapter in the book. It does talk about the story of this. And I mean, it's just like, but it's like the last the last voyage of the Demeter that we just watched, right?
Yeah.
It's a throwaway chapter. It's a chapter that's in there just to give a little more substance to the book.
And they decided to make a whole fucking movie out of it.
Yes. And great, good. Look, man. You know what? I'm going to just say this, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Pet Sematary has been made. Mm-hmm. We have it. We have a good Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
We have a good. Mm-hmm. Cool. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So, how many books has Stephen King written?
What is it? 31 now?
No.
How many?
65. Stephen King has written 65 fucking novels. How many short stories has he written, Chris?
I don't know how many.
200. Over 200 short stories, including one of them being known as the Graveyard Shift, one being known as the Boogeyman, one being known as the Langolier. You know, like, there are so many fucking stories that we can move on from. Look, Pet Sematary, it worked in the 1980s. You know why as the movie? Because for some reason they had this chemistry on set. It wasn't just the creepy aspect of the world that you live in.
I didn't feel chemistry between these people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This like something was missing here, and I don't know what it is.
It was a chemistry.
Like
though.
I believe me, guys, there's one thing I do hate more than anything in the world, and that's a negative critic. And I don't want to be that guy. Believe me, every movie, I want to be like, man, I want to see that story. Yeah, I want to see that. But the thing is, I think sometimes people get in these fast cash rushes. You know what I mean? Like they just want, hey, this is what we need. Do this now.
You know, I think that sometimes one is better.
One is better. Sometimes one is better, Chris. Sometimes one is better.
So guys, you guys will waste your time watching this on Paramount Plus, but it's kind of shitty. I don't like it.
Dude, it has its jump scares.
But the core in this is so fucking weak. It's there, but it's like it's not even worth seeing. Except for
and it's like they don't really explain things. But I'm trying to. I can't pinpoint exactly why this didn't work, but it didn't work. It wasn't a movie that I was like. I mean, I was happy to see this.
Yeah.
You know, because I always want to, I want everything to work. But guess what, guys? There are so many books right now. Here, let me just name a few. Salem's Lot can be remade. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let Fairy Tales. That's a good one. Let's see. How many books can you name of Stephen King that need to be remade? Oh, Rage. Rage has never been made.
Yeah.
The Dead Zone, that's only been done 3 times. I guess you can jump on that one.
They can fix the Dark Tower series. They can fix it.
The Dark Tower series. Come on. Do that as a series. Cycle the Werewolf. That Talisman. That's a good. Eye of the Dragon. That's one of my favorite books by him at all time. Thinner. Redo that shit. That movie sucked. Like,
I'm not sure they should do Christine because I really love the John Carpenter version, but
yeah, I mean, like Christine's John Carpenter's version was fucking ridiculously good, but you still have all these Dark Tower movies. Needful Things was just like a shitty movie they made in the early late 1990s, so which really they didn't touch on any of that book.
It's hard to watch.
Whatsoever.
The skin dog
Insomnia, another one that's never been made. The Regulators, never been made. Bag of Bones, never been made. I mean, there are so many other Stephen King books here that I've read and that would be great.
Insomnia would be super fucked up. I'd love to see that as a movie. So, Insomnia would be super fucked up. I'd love to see that as a movie.
What is that?
Insomnia.
Oh, I know. I know. And I would like to see Needful Things done correctly, where it is like, because I don't know if you ever read Needful Things, but I don't know what fucking drug Stephen King was on at that point in his life, but there was some fucked up shit going on in that one.
Yeah, and so guys, when it comes to making a shitty Stephen King movie, this is one of them. This is something you can skip, I think.
This ain't gonna be a classic.
No.
I mean, we have the classics, and believe me, I mean, I want to watch them all. I want them all to be good. This one did not make the game, bro, and it sucks because I love Stephen King. Stephen King is like one of my favorite authors of all time, and I still don't agree with him on The Shining not being a good movie. I think it was a good movie, but it wasn't his vision of that. Just like how Christopher Nolan fucked up Batman.
You get quotes for this one?
Yeah, right. So anyway, let's get some quotes on this one. Now, what was the name of this movie?
It was called Pet Semetary Bloodlines.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Pet Semetary was a place where kids learned how about death. Sometimes dead is better. Those bands, Chris, they have the kids doing the marijuanas.
Yeah, I know. It's me.
When I heard that line, I laughed so hard. We are all the same here. Enjoy your peace. Once this town gets in your blood, you will never leave. I think you would have pissed yourself so bad you would have set off a minefield. It's like Chris. He pees a lot.
I do pee a lot.
On himself. What do you expect some kid... What do you expect for some kid that you used to sneak beers to in your tree house? The ones that know, kill them all before they kill you. I'm just starting to believe home is just another box, like a mailbox or a coffin. Nightmare felt real. That's why they're nightmares. I used to come over and make you those sandwiches, remember?
I remember.
That Timmy ain't here. Our new... Nope, don't know what that says. He said the woods were the... Yeah, I know, I did this at home, I know. Yeah. He said the woods were the mouth of evil. Such a good girl. Always a good girl. Pretending to love the Jesus. I held how the day he came into the world. Oh, I held him the day he came into the world. I will hold him the day that he goes out. We can only take care of the fucked up thing we made. That's it.
All right, we're just scoring this.
Man, god damn it. 2 weeks in a row and I gotta do this? Why do you fucking make me do this, Chris? Why do you make me do this, you fucking dick? 2 weeks in a row. I gotta give Stephen King a lower than a 3. I gotta give this like a 2.8. This was not good.
And it's 2.5. Some that do tag This one sucks.
Yeah, this was not a good rendition of a Stephen King novel. I love Stephen King. Like, you know how much I love Stephen King? Look at this. Look at all the different backdrops I picked just for this movie. Like, look at this. Oh, there's a kitty in the background from the first movie. Oh, there's the Pet Semetary from the original. There's the Pet Semetary from the new. Like, here's the Pet Semetary from this one. Like, literally, I love Stephen King. And for me to have to give it a bad fucking name, the bad number, it just pisses me off. And I just want the writers of the world of movies, of everything that's out there, please just stop fucking up Stephen King. I mean, this is like fucking up William Shakespeare at this point.
It's a lot, man. It's a very shitty movie. But I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Pet Semetary Bloodlines? He's gonna try to recall that.
I needed a big drink of beer because I'm sad on how much they fucked this up. All right, what's the audience score you said?
Yeah, Pet Semetary Bloodlines.
Has to be a 65.
It's 51%.
Nah, I should have gone lower.
All right, what's Craig's score for Pet Semetary Bloodlines?
Do you hate clowns? Do we not make you laugh? Anyway, it has to be 48.
20%.
And since this is
Pet Semetary Bloodlines takes half-hearted stabs at expanding the world of Stephen King's original story, but they're largely lost in a substandard story that mistakes bland gore for effective horror. All right, man. I'm gonna read a good review.
Read that again.
Okay. Pet Semetary Bloodlines takes half-hearted stabs at expanding the world of Stephen King's original story, but they're largely lost in a substandard story that mistakes bland gore for effective horror.
And there it is.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's why I couldn't put my finger on it. Is like it really, that's exactly it right there. That's why it didn't work out.
Here's a good review from Brian Larry at CNN.com. He says, a crisp and efficient reminder of King's line, sometimes dead is better, and the occasionally prequels sometimes are too. And here's a bad review from Katie Reif at RogerEbert.com. She says, not even the jump scares work. In other words, leaving tied a little but nothing. Not even the jump scares work. In other words, leaving little but sudden jolts of ghoulish carnage keep the audience awake. And it's a 1 out of 4. So this movie does not. Don't like it. Don't like this movie, but it's there, and you guys want to watch it. So
I get it. All right, look. I get it. I get it in this world. I get it. Just to work on someone's artwork like this. This is why I'm happy Dean Koontz hasn't given anybody screenplays. Because Dean Koontz, another great horror writer or mystic horror, whatever you want to say, right?
Yeah.
Stephen King, you say that name to anybody, anywhere in this entire world, and someone in that group is going to know who Stephen King is, no matter where.
Yep.
You guys got to do better by the dude, man. You just have to do better.
He's a master storyteller. I'll sell her and you're fucking shit up.
Yes. You need to, I mean, do you want me to all right, I will give my services to people if they come to me and say, hey, I'm not understanding why this Stephen King novel is good. Do you want me to read it in front of you and point out why it's good? It's not just the wording and the grammar, which is really good. It's also, there is a flow to things. Sometimes I feel like I should have been a director in another life. I mean, I don't know. I'm in my 40s. I've never messed with a camera in my life. But I feel like I understand certain things that other people don't. You know,
maybe people made this movie need your input.
What?
People made this movie maybe need your input.
Yeah. Please, anybody making a movie in the future, please just call me up. I'll help you out.
All right, that's Neil's giving his services out, but I think it's our time for us to. Next week we're doing Slaughterhouse and something else, right?
Slaughterhouse, and what was the other one we discussed?
Blood and Honey Bound. That's not happen.
That might be Blood and Honey because it did come out this past year, so it is. But Insidious is still.
Insidious. Yeah, I did see that a while back. That's been a while.
Yeah, but it's still a movie that came out that we haven't talked about. We will figure it out. We will let you know, but it's going to be early. It's going to be this Monday coming up. It's going to be, I know we're doing it off days and stuff like that. Don't worry about it, guys, especially people listening at home. We'll still have it out at the time that it's supposed to all be out. But literally, dude, it's weird. I don't know if you know about it, but it's just weird living this life.
All right, you guys can find us on movies.net. We're at w2mnet.com or w2m.net.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're also on a Bonfire. We're on X at MTS Podcast and Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com. Search Movies Don't Suck. And we're also on Bonfire. Go to bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck and send it to you. You'll find shirts with our name on it and all kinds of other cool merch. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, watch the Facebook the page. If you watch us on Twitch, subscribe, and if you're wherever you listen to us, hit that subscribe button on your app, and the episodes will deliver to you as soon as I put them up. Sometime or Sunday probably or Saturday. But I think that's it. Neil, we'll do small business, Neil.
If you have a small business, let us know. Give us information. Let us know. You can email us, do everything that Chris just said. Message us on Facebook. Get us on Twitch, whatever. We want to promote your business free of charge. Nothing like that. We do not want to take any money from you. We just want to promote you to our thousands of listeners or millions of followers right here at Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do.
All right.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how bad your movie is, no matter how good your story you think is, don't try to don't try to bury it in a pet cemetery and bring it back to life. Sometimes dead is better. Have a good night.